Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest band info and solo. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Backstage Hall Pass's weekend update. What's shaking, people? You doing all right out there? Let's see who's checking in today. We have a lot of people checking in on the old program. Heather Armstrong in the house. How you doing, Heather? Thank you for being here. Steve Stein, the lovely Gina McCann in the house. Glenn checking in on YouTube. Rob Paisley also on the YouTube channel. What's going on, Lamar? Thank you for joining us today here from the All Around Town studios in beautiful downtown Springboro, Ohio. Thank you, Rob. Like the shirt, he says. All right. Well, yeah, we're broadcasting from the WKRP in Cincinnati today. We are. Hi, Tim. How are you? Happy Monday to you. Sons of Liberty in the house. TJ is out there, I bet. Sideshow Band checking in. Lee Dixon in the house. How you doing, Lee? What's going on, man? Alex, my brother from another mother, Alex Hall in the house. Good to see you, Dewey Cole. Hi, Marie. Thank you for jumping on the program today. Guys, welcome to All Around Town Radio's Monday show where we recap our weekend. Thank you to all of you who posted on our page who you saw play over the weekend. Look who's joined us. Kevin McCoy in the house. The Kevin McCoy. The Kevin McCoy. I may give you a little crap on the show today. You know that, right? What's up, Jill Drew? And she says, hopefully Glenn's on his way home. Well, he's on here, so he's listening. I don't know if he's on his way home or not, but that's just how it works. What's going on, Ray Renee from That One Party Band? Oh, let's see. My daughter Brittany checking in. Aubrey saying hi. Brittany not saying hi, but Aubrey saying hi. My granddaughter. How you doing, Aubrey? Hello, hello. Hope you're enjoying your day off today. Back to school tomorrow for her. It is, it is. All right, Steve Short in the house. McCoy saying hi to Dixon. Dixon McCoy. There you go. All right. Carolyn, how are you? Good to see you. Donald. Hello from Hillsboro. How you doing, Donald? Thanks for tuning in. Correct. No hi from my daughter because she doesn't like me. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Ed Sawicki in the house. The photographer extraordinaire. Ed, I enjoyed all your pictures from the weekend. Good stuff. So welcome, guys. Your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more is here at All Around Town Radio. And don't forget to hit the old share button whenever you can on our programming. Share it with your music-loving friends. We'd appreciate that, especially our Thursday show. And, you know, speaking of Thursday, sponsored by Froggies, it's Who's Playing Out every Thursday, where we feature the best musicians and venues in the tri-state. And I will tell you, we were a little down this week on the numbers. You can tell it was a nice weekend, Easter weekend, all that. Numbers were about 3.5 thousand on that show, where we normally are. We've been hovering around $4,000. So, yeah, a little down, but that's all right. People taking the weekend to enjoy their family. But there was a lot of people out seeing music as well. Anywhere we went was busy, busy. It was. What's up, Ditch? Thanks for being here today. Guys, if you're out there, make a little comment. Let us know who's out there. I see George Orr has checked in. Seth Nunley is in the house. If there's anybody else on here. Hi, Bill. Looks like Wild Video Bill is checking in as well. So thanks for joining us today, guys. Here on a Monday as we get this stuff started. Yeah. So let's talk about our weekend. Let's do that. First of all, let me give you a little shameless plug. A shameless plug for our programming here. Every Monday, it's the weekend update or weekend review, as Mr. Mark Robinson calls it in our theme song. Also, we want to remind you that Tuesday, it's Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and Scott. Tomorrow, we've got a good topic. I'll reveal that at the end of the show today. Great topic tomorrow. You'll enjoy it, I think. Maybe you won't. But if you don't enjoy it, watch anyway. That's all I got to say about that. What else we got going on here? Ray Renee. We weren't sure how busy Saturday night was going to be, but it got busy. Yeah, people were out. I thought the same thing when I went out. I thought, it'll be slower because holiday tomorrow and Easter and everybody going to church and all those things, but they were out and about in full effect. Hello, Rebecca from Texas. She's checking in from Texas. Always great to have you on the program. Hopefully you're doing well there in Texas. My standing joke is all my exes live in Texas. That should be a song, don't you think? I think so. What's up, Dewey? Let's see what he has. Saw in real life at MVPs on Friday. Great 80s and 90s rock in their set. Thank you, Dewey, for that. I've never seen them. I'd like to see them. I would. George Orr checking in. Seth, what's he got to say? Yeah, okay. I'm on your headphones. Well, don't butt dial me or anything there, Seth, but I'm glad you're with us today. Yes, absolutely. James in the house from Wichita lineman. How you doing, James? And yeah, everybody got their Easter egg hunting Saturday day and partied really late. Yeah, the crowd was late. There was a huge crowd where I was Saturday. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. So let's get cranking today. I'm gonna throw out, hold on. I've got to mellow out a minute. I'm still, can I say pissed off? I am about something, but I'll mention that in a minute. First and foremost, let me mention we are available on YouTube. If you're not watching on the Book of Face and you're on YouTube, you know that. And you can find us on the Insta as well at Haul Around Town Radio. YouTube, it's Haul Around Town. So there you have it. If you want to check us out there. And don't forget, guys, all of our programming, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of our sponsors or any entities they represent. Boom. Disclaimer done. All right, here's my pet peeve for the day. Oh, grr. I got a nasty message on the Book of Face today from someone who, happy Easter to you too, whoever. Yeah, well, I know who sent it to me, but I'll just leave that nameless. Who decided to berate me for not coming to their band's gig over the weekend. And they're not even in the band. They're a manager of the band, so to speak. And I use that term very loosely. But, how dare I not make their gig? How many gigs do you think I announce a week on here from different bands, especially on Thursday? And, if I can't get there, I'm sorry. And yes, I know you invited me. Thank you for inviting me. But there's just times I have other things I have to do. In other places I have to go. And don't berate me and say I've sold them out and not, what was the term used? Why mention them if I'm never going to show up for one of their shows? So don't submit. I mean, we're doing this stuff for fun, not for hassle. Keyboard warriors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them out there, people. They are. Jamie Combe grabs popcorn. He says, yeah, that's just, it's a minor pet peeve. But, how dare I not be able to go to 300 venues in a weekend? It's just something bad. Hi, Heidi. Thanks for joining us. What's up, Jamie Combs? Hope you're doing all right. Yes, you're right, Dewey. How dare I? How dare I? And Gina says there's so many bands, it's impossible to see them all. And no, and you know, I try to get around to, I have a variety of music I'm going to talk about here, a wide variety of music I got to see. And I even missed my normal Thursday night at the Bell and saw somebody else. So there, take that and put it in your pipe and smoke it. That's all I got to say. Yes. And Mrs. Hall Around 10 says, your wife would have a fit if you tried to go to 300 bands in a weekend. She would have a fit. She has a fit a lot of times when I say I'm going to go somewhere. She'd like to stay home once in a while. And I get it. But yes. And Jamie said someone berated him for not saying hi to them. Yeah. You know, people need to lighten up. The world is full of complainers, man. Let's have fun. Peace, love, and harmony, people. Yes. No, it wasn't Jamie Combs that berated me for not going to his gig. He could give a crap if I go to his gigs. No, I shouldn't say that. But, you know, I mean, he's the number one musician in Cincinnati. I mean, my God, if I show up at his gigs, I feel honored. I do. He's been voted that. James says he's the champion keyboard warrior. I hope not, man. I hope not. Or I hope you're just firing back at keyboard warriors. Because there's a lot of them out there. And Ray, I'm with you. I wish I could go see everybody that submits, everybody that I talk to. I mean, I'd love to, but just can't do it. So that's my soapbox for the day. By the way, guys, it's National Siblings Day. Wish your sibling goodwill today. And it's also, how fitting, National Farm Animals Day. Besides Siblings Day. That's different. All right. Don't forget to send us your ideas for Hot Topic Tuesday. I'll be revealing our hot topic for tomorrow here at the end of the show today that Karis and I will be doing. But this week in music, let's chat about it, people. Got the chance. Let me see some of these comments here real quick. Lamar, thank you. I appreciate you, man. And I mean, there's folks, I give a report on who I go see, but it matters not who I go see. It matters that you're playing and people come see your show and that we support that and are able to try to get some people to your show on Thursday. So there. And sorry, band manager, who won't be a manager in a month. I'm just saying that out loud because it happens all the time. And it's probably a girlfriend of one of the band members, to be honest with you. I hate to put it that way, but that's usually what it ends up being. Yes. Well, you know, and I will still continue to support that band. I mean, it wasn't the band's fault. It was the manager who messaged me. I'm going to keep saying that. The manager. Yes. All right. And James says some of his siblings he'd trade for a farm animal. There we go. Thank you. And no need to pump my tires up, guys. Thank you for that sideshow band. I appreciate it. I'm not looking for that today. I'm just saying this is the kind of stuff we deal with and people complaining. And if Karis says a cuss word on Tuesday, my God, the messenger lights up. And so if you don't like what she says, don't watch. You know, it's that easy. We're not doing this for money. You know, we're not a bit. All right, let's talk about Wednesday. Went to Milano's in Miami Township, where we went to Mr. Burroughs for their Queen of Hearts drawing. Mrs. Hall Around Town trying to win 50 grand. She wins 50 grand. She could kick me to the curb, probably. No, I'm just kidding. But certainly 50 grand wouldn't do it. But Mrs. Hall Around Town was there. I can't play because I'm technically an employee of the bar. So, because I do trivia there. So Mrs. Hall Around Town playing, and we didn't win, and they still have 3 cards left in that for $50,000, by the way. And then we went to Milano's and checked out the boys from Last Call, the Last Call duo, as they're known. And James says he's got to get back to work and showing support for the chat and the band 0 Hour. Thank you for that. Shameless plug for 0 Hour. And there's people who support and submit every week to our program with their gigs as well. Chris Reynolds in the house speaking. Oh, he's on YouTube. Good. You're actually getting to hear it where it sounds good. Better than that. So Chris Reynolds is in the house from Last Call. And let me talk about these two guys. And I didn't realize, I thought Milano's was doing 7 to 10. So we buzzed up there at about 8:30. and those kind of things. And it ended up being they were over at 9. I hated that because we didn't get to catch much, but what I did get to catch were absolutely amazing harmonies. And, you know, they weren't very, at least I didn't notice they were too many Jaegers deep, Jamie. Occasionally, the boys get to party, and they do, the Last Call boys. They have fun when they play. But it was kind of a mellow night, kind of a quiet night. It was that day it monsooned all day. So a little bit of a quiet night at Milano's compared to what we were normally doing. Matt Smith checking in. Yes, his ears are burning. Matt Smith, how are you? Let me see who's commenting here before I get to the rest of this. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. What's up, Pullman Lanes? Hollywood in the house, I'm sure. Yes. I can't. I'm losing it here. I'm reading this stuff. And Jamie Combs' gig got canceled because of it. That was a little crazy. We were, everybody else was happening. They were that night. Mr. Burroughs was certainly packed with the Queen of Hearts. And then we went to Milano's, like we said, and the harmonies of these two boys are amazing. Dave and Chris, every time I just enjoy their set anytime I go to see them. And what we got to see that night was a little bit of fun stuff like Forgiveness. Have you ever seen The Rain? Ohio. Gosh, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Wanted Dead or Alive, and something that blew me away that these two did that I don't know how I've missed this from them because I've heard them a lot was Sail On by the Commodores. Lionel Richie and the Commodores, man. They absolutely killed that song. And then winded it up with Amy, Pure Prairie League's Amy at the end of the night. It was an excellent show. Good food always at Milano's. Sean Cooper takes great care of everybody there. If you know Sean, go see him at Milano's. That's in Miamisburg / Miami Township. And every Wednesday night, they've got live music where this Wednesday, Heath Bowling's going to be there. So they have a good rotation of musicians who come in and play at Milano's on Wednesday. And thank you to the boys from Last Call. Certainly a wonderful set as always. If you haven't checked them out, guys, they're on the Book of Face at Last Call Band. And also, if you'll check them out, go to a show. They're worth going to see. And a good variety of music as well. But Chris got some great voices. David does as well. And certainly some wonderful harmonies blended in there. For real, for real. What do we got? Tim Evans said he did a wedding with Last Call. Thank you, Tim. Yes, awesome guys. They are. And Jamie Combs says he's played with them. And that's my cue to go get a shot. Well, you know how it is. The boys like their Jaeger. They do. And it's okay because they're well worth going to see. So thank you, Last Call, for that wonderful Wednesday evening. Let me bump over to another totally different direction. On Thursday night, went to Mr. Burroughs, and I was going to go to the Bell, and my eyes have been giving me fits. I'm going to end up with surgery again on one of them. But I didn't get down to the Bell and the Bear that night, and it was interesting on Thursday night. Stopped into Mr. Burroughs, which is about 3 or 4 minutes from my house. And let me check out this comment from Ray here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Everybody take note of that. Ray, my social media expert, who's telling you how to get notified from the show. There it is. Or you can subscribe to us and hit that bell icon, certainly on YouTube as well. And that'll notify you when we go live. But thank you for that, Ray. I'll leave that up for a minute. So Thursday night, I took in a great show at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. It was supposed to be Kevin McCoy and Eric Sears, but I'm going to flip it and say it was the Eric Sears / Kevin McCoy show because Eric was killing it that night. And Kevin was playing, Kevin, I like Kevin. Don't get me wrong. I love Kevin actually, but Kevin McCoy and Eric Sears. And I was joking throughout the night with him that it was the Eric Sears show because he did several songs that he just absolutely killed and did a great job. And if you know Eric, gosh, he's a multi-talented musician, guitar player, bass player, guy who plays a stand-up stick bass. He plays a mandolin, I think, occasionally. Does some really good stuff. Kevin McCoy playing a lot of their originals and also a whole bunch of covers, including that Elvin Bishop tune, Fooled Around and Fell in Love, that I dearly love when they do, and they play for me just about every time I show up. And thank you, Stephen Bell from Don't Tell Steve, for joining us today. I missed your show Sunday, man, if you did it. I don't know if you did it with Easter, but had family stuff going. I missed it. So let me talk about Eric and Kevin. They're great entertainers. Anytime you put Kevin together, and I've seen Kevin play with Lee Dixon, who may still be on here. They have played wonderfully together, and whenever Kevin and Eric are together, it's a wonderful show. It's entertaining, it's fun, the crowd's into it. Mr. Burroughs had a great crowd enjoying the Thursday night there with their Thursday night music. Goes 7 to 10. I mean, it's early, it's an early night, and really a good show. So had some fun, drank a little bourbon with the boys, and we'll just leave it alone that I did get up and sing a song with them. But yeah, that's how much bourbon we all got into. And then I went home and told Mrs. Hall around town that it was fun. It was. So thank you to Kevin McCoy and Eric Sears and to Mr. Burroughs Tavern for having them there. Good show. And KMB's got some stuff coming up this weekend. We'll be announcing on our Thursday show as well. So Steven said they canceled it. Okay, for the holiday, I'm sure. Well, good. I'll look forward to it next week, my friend. Absolutely. Let me move on with our show here. I got to keep it going. If you saw somebody play over the weekend that wowed you or over the last week, put it in the comments if you didn't post it on our page. We had it up on the page to put that up earlier yesterday. But if you haven't, throw it in there. Let's see who this. Tina Reed Ramsey in the house from O'Connor's Irish Pub up in Springfield, Ohio. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Tina. Bill got to see, Bill got to see Gina McCann join Scotty Bratcher on Friday night at Pullman Lanes and just killed it. Just saying, Gina kills it every time she steps in front of a microphone. She's amazing. And Hollywood said Hamilton was on fire Friday night. I bet it was. And that's one I'm sorry I missed, but couldn't get there in time on Friday night for that one. So we did a little bit of a late start getting out and doing things, but certainly wish we could have seen that one as well. Scotty Bratcher's amazing, and didn't know Gina was going to be up there with him. That's kind of cool. It really is. What do we got? Dewey said her 1330 killed it all weekend. I heard the same thing. And yeah, Heidi saw 1330 at Club Trio. Boy, they're packed onto that stage. That's like playing the pub at the Blue Note. They're tight on that stage. I saw some videos. I think Jamie posted. Jamie Minnick, that is. So let me talk about Friday night with us. Ended up at the Moose Lodge in Miamisburg. And really some cool stuff with the Growlers. Never seen the Growlers before. Classic rock music. Things like Long Train Running, Cheap Trick Surrender, Poison's Talk Dirty to Me, LaGrange, Pink Floyd. Gosh, ton of stuff in there. Good stuff by the Growlers. And again, the Moose is a big room. So we were kind of in the back of the room chatting with Sean Cooper, actually from Milano's. We were having a good time there, but certainly a good show put on. And one thing about any of those club shows like the Moose Lodge and the AmVets and those places, VFWs, people get up and dance and they enjoy themselves a lot at those clubs. And they had a nice dinner there. They do every Friday night, steak dinner and that kind of thing. And then before the show, and then it kicks off with the band about 8:00. So that goes on all the time at Miamisburg Moose. And the Growlers, man, I haven't seen them, but going to definitely go see them again. If you like classic rock music, they did a good job of it. And the guys all solid players, just solid players, good vocals. Lighting at the Moose is tough for me. It is. Every time I go there, it's just, I can't get any pictures. I can't, it's hard to see the band. The lighting's not real bright on that stage. So the bands that bring their own lighting, then it ends up lighting it up a little better and doing a better job. Glenn says Scotty and Gina knocked down all the pins at Pullman's. All right, that's a good analogy. And Carnival of Sin Motley Crue tribute was at O'Connor's. Got to see them. How was your 80s prom, Tina? That's what I want to know. That looked like that was going to be fun. For real. And Hollywood says Hamilton River's Edge summer lineup announced today. Good. We'll get that one up and get that one posted to our page. That's a fun place to go see music. We saw JJ Gray there. I've seen several acts there at Hamilton's River's Edge. It's a wonderful place to go see music under the stars, man. If you like that kind of stuff outdoors, it's good. Hi, Quentin from Ladder. Tina said it was so much fun. Good deal. I saw your balloon drop. That was cool. It was. So let me give a big shout out and thank you again to the Growlers for that and move into our Saturday night if we can and talk about our Saturday before we go today. And let me tell you, Saturday was off the hook. If you've never seen the Billy Rock Band, go see them. I really fell in love with these guys at Autism Rocks. I'd heard, bits and pieces of several players from the band and this and that. Had never really heard the Billy Rock Band in their entirety until they played Autism Rocks this year. Wow. And Saturday night at the Bell and the Bear, first of all, we stopped in Liberty Center, had a great dinner at Agave and Rye, wonderful night out. Got to the Bell and the Bear a little later than the band started at 9. Got there just a little bit late. And, oh my God, the parking lot's full. And when it's full, and the comedy club's full and the Bell's full, you know what's happening when that's going on. And let me tell you, the Bell and the Bear did not disappoint. Billy Rock Band was killing it in there. We found our little postage stamp to stand on and watch the band from the side of the stage, and then ended up back in the pool room, actually, at a table watching the band kind of from the side. But unbelievably good. First set, they were rocking out some AM jams, as we call them, 70s AM radio jams and the yacht rock stuff. Second set, they had the floor going crazy dancing. I mean, the floor was dancing from note number 1, but the second set, I mean, they were doing Michael Jackson, James Brown, that kind of stuff. People were just absolutely having a party at the Bell and the Bear. And it was elbow to elbow, man. You couldn't get any more people in there. They were actually holding a line outside at one point to get into the Bell. And Billy Rock Band itself and Billy McCarthy, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And for a 3-piece band, they can fill the room with sound. Amazing sound for a 3-piece. The guitar works spot on. And one thing I like is they don't do a lot of variation from the songs. They know these are hits. People expect to hear the hits the way they were played, and they play them perfectly. So that's one cool thing I like. And Kevin McCoy says Billy Rock Band is great. They're amazing. What's up, Steve Hook? Thanks for being here. He says thanks to Tina for the video. Jim McCarthy in the house. Missed you on Saturday at the Bell, Jim. What a night it was there. Packed out. But Billy Rock, just an amazing evening of music, guys. So go see him if you get a chance. And Sunday, of course, day off for family. Easter Sunday, enjoyed family that day and had a great time. And Dewey says he's seen Billy Rock at a few places. Bell's always the best. And yeah, you're not going to see, it is a nonstop party. You're not going to see a band very often with the drummer up front. The drummer's the front man. Billy is the front man, and he playing the drums, and he's flanked by the bass player and the guitar player, and they just flat ass kick ass. I mean, they do. They're awesome. And Billy has got a great vocal, and the rest of the band's great vocalists as well. So you're missing out if you haven't seen the Billy Rock Band. Go see them. Coming up, Karis actually announced today at the Bell and the Bear, Kip Winger is sold out for that Sunday show. Kip Winger doing an acoustic show. Opening that is Kern and Wade. That's going to be a great day on a Sunday. And we'll be there for that one to report in on that one for sure. I've seen Kip do his solo show now twice at a small venue, 90-seat venue one time. And Actually, both times the same venue, and it was amazing. His 12-string acoustic set is just fantastic. And Kip Winger, one of the more underrated musicians of the 80s, I think. That's just Scott's opinion. Hello, Nicole. How are you? Thanks for dropping by today. What's Gina have to say? You took Jim hostage for the night to see Johnny Fink. Okay, there you go. Gotcha. Yeah, Billy Rock is great. And just amazing. 2020's Levon Hill. Thank you. All right, guys, that's our weekend. If you had anybody you saw play, you can go to our page. There's a post on our page about it. Drop it in there and drop the name of the venue too, because these venues love getting a little bit of props too, so people know to go to the venues and see live music. It's the most important thing we do here is try to promote and support the venues that bring you live music, because without them, there would be none. So keep that in mind. Hey, we got a big show for you tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's going to be Hot Topic Tuesday with Karis and Scott. And tomorrow's topic is loyalty. It'll be an interesting one. We're talking about, used to be bands were very loyal to certain venues and musicians. Is that loyalty still there or not? We're going to talk about it tomorrow. And we're going to talk about some examples of things that happen sometimes that really make people start thinking, is that band loyal to our venue or not? So keep that in mind. It'll be a good one tomorrow. And also, you may get a little bit of this or that at the end of the show again, like we did last week as well. So join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock live. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing Name That Tune trivia at the Bell and the Bear at 7 o'clock. So Wednesday's show is going to be an early one. We'll go at noon, and then I'll go down there and do my thing that night. So join us for that one. Tina says that'll be a good one. Tina, you're gonna be able to absolutely relate to some of these examples I'm going to bring up that I see happen, and yeah, it'll be good. What are you missing, Jamie Combs? You got a gig? Oh, you got a gig on Wednesday. That's right. Yes. Well, we'd love to see you down at the Bell. It'll be our final one of the season there for Name That Tune, and we have a blast when we're at the Bell. So come down and join us if you can that night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock with that wonderful topic called loyalty. Band and venue loyalty to each other. Should be fun. Hi, 7 West. Thanks for joining me today. Good to see you. And we're going to get out of here, guys, in just a minute. Thanks for watching today. We appreciate you being here. Hey.
This is Dave Wade from Cincinnati's own Deviate, and you're listening to Haul Around Town Radio.
Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Haul Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the All Around Town Radio Show. The All Around Town Radio.
Rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
It's the Weekend Review. It's a Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. We're coming, who's playing out? We're fighting